The movie starts with a young man named Travis, who has only recently begun working as a driver for Guardian Armored Transport Services. On this day, he's sent to a bank to collect cash. While he's there, a woman approaches and politely asks if she can borrow his pen. Travis, caught off guard by her beauty, hands it to her without hesitation. Moments later, she hands him a folded piece of paper. His pulse spikes. For a split second, he's certain it's a robbery note. Before panic can set in too deeply, the woman smiles and introduces herself as Zoe, explaining that it's nothing dangerous, just her phone number. Relieved and intrigued, Travis tucks it away. Not long after, they meet up for dinner. Over the meal, Travis awkwardly thanks her for not filing a complaint about their unusual first meeting. Conversation flows, and the evening ends with the two of them spending the night together. Meanwhile, across town, veteran armored truck driver Russell is starting his day. It's a special one, his 25th wedding anniversary. He warmly wishes his wife, Natalie, a happy anniversary before leaving, sharing that he plans to quit in 6 months so they can finally open the bed and breakfast she's always dreamed of. He promises they'll celebrate tonight at the very first restaurant they ever visited together. When Russell arrives at work, his mood sours. A week earlier, he requested a shorter route for this shift, but instead, he's been given an even longer one. His boss, Clark, brushes off his frustration, insisting there's nothing to be done and calling him their best employee. The annoyance grows when Russell learns his partner for the day is the new hire, Travis, who he spots across the lot telling coworkers loudly and proudly that he got laid over the weekend. Russell cuts in and tells him to get moving since they're already running late. As they walk toward the armored truck, Travis tries to flatter him, saying it's an honor to work with someone so experienced. Russell quickly shuts that down, explaining that he has an anniversary dinner to get to and Travis should focus on the job. Travis tries making small talk by asking what Russell has planned for the night, but Russell bluntly tells him it's none of his business. Changing the subject, Travis brags that he passed the precision driving test for the Metro Police Department. Russell dryly replies, "If you did, you'd be a cop by now." That's when Travis admits he failed every other portion of the test except the driving. Russell lays down the rules. They won't be stopping, not even for a bathroom break. Travis jokes that if it comes to it, he'll relieve himself through the gun port to make sure Russell gets home on time. Clark radios in to get them started, and they set out on their route. Throughout the day, they stop at various banks and businesses to collect cash. Travis plays loud music and keeps up an endless stream of chatter, much to Russell's irritation. At one point, Travis remarks that he's lucky to be paired with Russell right before his retirement. Russell corrects him, saying he's not retiring, which leads to an awkward moment when Travis tries to guess his age, telling him, "You're black and look 40, but could be up to 90. Later, Clark calls again, this time to ask if Travis pulled a gun at the bank the previous Friday. Travis admits he did, but insists no police report was filed. Clark delivers bad news. The bank has pulled their contract, and Travis is fired immediately. He adds insult to injury by telling Travis he'll never become a real cop if this is how he behaves. Crushed, Travis admits to Russell that everyone in his family works in law enforcement, but he's never lived up to that standard. It's then that they notice 2 vehicles following closely. One of the cars speeds ahead, and from its sunroof, someone holds up a large white sheet with the words, "Pull over." Travis begins to panic, but Russell tries to steady him, telling him to rely on his training. That's when Travis admits his training was nothing more than a 15-hour online course. Russell tries to radio Clark, but the signal's dead. The attackers seem to know they're in a dead zone. This makes Travis suspicious, and he wonders aloud if Clark might have set them up. The robbers throw a tear gas canister into the armored truck. Travis is blinded and coughing until Russell quickly grabs an energy drink and pours it into his eyes, clearing them enough to drive. One of the robbers shoots out a tire, but despite the damage, Travis manages to speed away, for now. Meanwhile, the attackers regroup. Their leader is revealed to be Zoe, working with 2 men, Miguel and Banner. She tells them the failed attempt means it's time for Plan B. Back in the truck, the damaged tire slows them down. Russell directs Travis to take the next turn off the main road so they can make repairs. As they work, Russell asks Travis to calculate how long it would take for the robbers to catch up if they're 7 miles back, traveling at 100 miles an hour. Travis quickly figures, about 4 minutes. Not long after, Zoe's crew appears. Both men rush back into the truck. The chase resumes, with Miguel leaping onto the truck and starting to cut into the back. Guided by Travis's shouted directions, Russell fires at him, but loses his gun in the process. Running out of options, Russell tosses out cash, then dye-stained bills, finally causing the attackers to fall back. Their relief doesn't last. Zoe and her crew capture them and take them to a hideout. Inside, Zoe removes her helmet and Travis is stunned. She's the woman from the bank. She accuses them of ruining her 2-year plan to steal $60 million, not in cash, but by taking the armored truck itself for a bigger job, robbing a casino. She gives them a choice: help her or die. Back on the road, Zoe warns them to act normal once they leave the dead zone. Clark radios in, and Travis responds sweetly, making a sly reference to something he put in Clark's smoothie earlier. At a repair shop, Zoe has the truck altered to look like the official casino pickup. Over pancakes, she explains the plan in detail. They'll arrive at the casino at 2:45 p.m., just 15 minutes before the scheduled cash pickup, to collect the weekend's earnings. A contact will have changed the truck's number and installed an RFID transponder so security will believe it's the legitimate vehicle. She also reveals to Travis that the phone number she gave him was fake, but admits she enjoyed their weekend together. On the way to the casino, Zoe shares her motive. Years earlier, her father was a guard at the same casino. When a restaurant fire broke out inside, the fail-safe doors on the safes began sealing automatically. Her father stopped one from closing, saving the lives of other guards, but he died in the process. Instead of honoring him, the casino blamed him for leaving his post. She and her mother were left with nothing, and now she's determined to take back what she feels they owe. They arrive at the Sorrento Casino ahead of schedule. Security is suspicious, but Russell smoothly explains that the original crew was attacked earlier and placed on leave. They're waved through. Inside, a wrestling promotion delays them, but Zoe manipulates the wrestler into leaving. They load the cash and depart just before the real truck arrives. At a rundown building, Zoe has 2 getaway cars ready, but before anyone can leave, Miguel and Banner ram the truck, knocking everyone out. Banner steals the money, takes Natalie hostage, and shoots Russell. Zoe flees. Russell and Travis recover and give chase, with police joining in. Banner evades the cops, but Zoe outmaneuvers him. Travis rams his car, leading to a firefight. Natalie seizes the chance to knock Banner out. Russell returns Natalie's wedding ring, perfectly restored. Zoe teases Travis about running away with her, but he declines. She kisses him and walks away. Later, during questioning, Travis notices Zoe has slipped him her phone number again. 6 months later, Zoe is in Bali when she receives a call from Travis, now in police academy training. Meanwhile, Russell and Natalie have opened their dream bed and breakfast. One morning, Russell finds a package on the doorstep. He opens it and smiles, knowing it was Zoe's.